In this video series, we want to introduce you to 10 of the most beautiful cities in the world. In the previous episode, you got to know the cities of New York, Venice, and San Francisco, and in this episode, we are going to show you 3 other cities. So let's get right into the action. You will hardly find anyone who does not know Istanbul or has not heard the description of its beauties and charms. This city is known as the economic and cultural capital of Turkey and the most populated city of this country. Half of Istanbul is located on the continent of Europe and the other half is located on the continent of Asia, and these two halves are connected to each other by the Bosphorus Strait. That is why Istanbul is also known as the bridge between 2 continents. As archaeologists have said, Istanbul was created around 6700 BC and people lived there. In the 4th century AD, just when the Roman Empire was divided into 2 eastern and western parts, Istanbul was officially established. In fact, following this separation of East and West, the eastern part was ruled by Constantine the Great, who chose Byzantium as its center, which is now Istanbul. The city of Istanbul, with its 2,500-year history, is so densely populated that today it has become the 7th most populated city in Europe, and many tourists continue to add to this population every year. It might be interesting for you to know that the historical name of this city is Constantinople, and its long history is connected with the Ottoman rule. For this reason, the population of this country is made up of Muslims. If you travel to Istanbul, you will see an attractive collection of all kinds of religious elements, the coexistence of traditional and modern architecture, and unique tourist attractions that will make this city your favorite city forever. Bergen. Bergen is a city in Vestland County on the west coast of Norway. Bergen is the 2nd largest city in Norway, and the population of this city will reach approximately 285,900 people by 2021. The area of this city is about 465 square kilometers, and it is located on the Bergen-Schälven Peninsula. Bergen is surrounded by mountains, and is therefore known as the City of 7 Mountains. It was the capital of Norway in the 13th century, and from the end of the 13th century, it became the seat of the Hanseatic League. By 1789, Bergen had exclusive rights to mediate trade between northern Norway and abroad, and by 1830, it was the largest city in Norway. Currently, this city is considered one of the most important cities in Norway. It is an international center for aquaculture, shipping, the offshore oil industry and subsea technology, and a national center for higher education, media, tourism, and finance. The Port of Bergen is Norway's busiest port in terms of cargo and passengers, with more than 300 cruise ships a year bringing nearly 500,000 passengers to Bergen. Almost half of the passengers are German or British. The natives speak a distinct dialect known as Bergensk. The city of Bergen was thought to have been founded by King Olav Kyr, son of Harald Hardrad, in 1070 AD, 4 years after the end of the Viking Age in England at the Battle of Stamford Bridge. But modern research has shown that Bergen was established as a trading settlement as early as the 1020s or 1030s. Cape Town. This city is home to the beautiful building of the South African Parliament and the busy Victoria and Albert Wharves, cultural sites, beautiful beaches, flower gardens and penguins on the Boulders beaches in the vicinity of Simon City are all things that are very interesting and exciting for tourists. The tourism industry in Cape Town has developed so much that tourist information is available in offices all over the city. For example, this information in offices can be obtained from areas such as the airport, Anchorage, Wharf, and even the city center known as City Bowl. Other important areas of Cape Town include Bocap, Gardens, Greenpoint, Observatory, and False Bay. Most of the tourists believe that they must visit the Two Oceans Aquarium along Langarga Road, and some are so brave that they venture into the sea and swim in the shark tank. You should also visit Robben Island near Table Bay, which is now a World Heritage Site. Try to include the Palace of Good Hope, which dates back to the 17th century, the planetarium, and the very famous Grootkirk Church in your itinerary. None of the buildings in Cape Town are as popular and famous as Table Mountain. At the top of this mountain, you will have an amazing view, and for this reason, climbing in this city is considered one of the top attractions. But if you feel that you don't have the energy to go this way, you can reach the top of the mountain with the cable car in a few minutes. In the center of Cape Town, you can also stroll through the City Bowl, cross the Bohemian Long Street, and visit the City Hall on Darling Street and the De Tuinhuys building on Government Street. In 1992, in this place, the end of the conflict between blacks and white Africans was announced to the whole world. This city has an ancient history and civilization, and tourists can get a lot of historical information from the history of this city by visiting the city's museums. Topics such as the Bo-Kaap community and the Old Six District, South African gold, slavery, African-style artwork, and sculpture are all among the topics that interest visitors to this city. Most of the cultural attractions of this city are located in the vicinity of each other and among the museums of the city. If you like this video, please give us a like and subscribe to our channel.